Hello and welcome back to my channel. So just excuse the noise, man's doing a bit of washing there. Keep the wife happy. Right, if you remember on one of the previous videos I just did, I took out the king baboon out of this one because I just couldn't see it in there. And what I'm going to do is put something else in here. And it is from the unboxing that you saw. So what I'm going to put in there is the acanthoscurria geniculata, the giant white knee. And the reason why I'm doing that in here, and this is I think 6 to 7 centimeters or something like that they said, so this is ample size, but I'm going to do it so it's got a nice bit of room in there. It will live in there perfect. It is a bit big for it, but the only problem you'll get is feeding. But with me, I take patience, I take time, and I go through every single one of them, and I will actually make sure it eats. So plus you can also try and film your tarantulas. If they're slightly a bit smaller in an enclosure this big, they will actually hunt. You can actually see them. They will seek the movement, they will feel the movement, and they'll go in the general direction, but they'll actually run it down. So I kind of like watching that, and it gives it a bit of freedom. So I need to spruce this up and make it decent for this one. And the reason why I haven't had one of these in a while, as you know in the last video I said, because of one Fang Harry. She was one of my absolute favourites. She was big, she was calm, placid, feisty with eating sometimes, would get a bit angry with me, but she had a lot of problems with her molt. So put a bit of footage up there so you could see her before. God, I miss this tarantula so much. I'm not sure if you can see the actual fang there, it was all built up on the left, but if you go and check out the previous video to that one, then you'll actually see what I was talking about. But very good size. Always had problems with molts to when she got to about 1 inch onwards, but let's have a listen to a little clip of that video. You don't squeeze it, but you put the feet down, and then look, he's chills.
Yeah.
But if you can show the fang.
Oh, bless him. That's bad.
It's not. We still say him, but it was definitely a her. Let's get back to the video. There you go. So you can see that I put the effort in with her, and she was one of my absolute favourites. She was in my top 3 favourite tarantulas. And a lot of people would probably think, why? Because it's not like a pokey or something like that. It doesn't have to be the most vibrant one. It's one that I attach with for some unknown reason. Like sometimes I get ones that are very feisty and they cause me problems when I go into the enclosures, and I get more adapted to them. I like them, and some of the others are just like, oh, I've just fed it, just go on to the next one, just feed it. But that Agen, just for me, she was just beautiful. She just, I built up a rapport with her, so to speak, and I absolutely loved her to bits. And I could have just got another one. Every time I did like a mystery box or went somewhere and I ended up getting some, I just gave them away because I didn't want another one. I wasn't ready. It's almost like when you have a dog for so long and then you lose your dog, you don't want to get one straight away, and you don't particularly want the same style one. So I know it's just a spider to some people out there, but to me it's not. I had a bit of attachment with her, and this is the replacement finally. No idea if it's male or female, but as you saw in the previous videos with her, she used to be, well, she didn't change sex. I thought she was a male. It was sold to me as a male, and then over molts I just thought, she destroyed the molt. I thought, I'm not confident that that's a male, and then got bigger and bigger, and you can sort of tell by the legs and the span of some of the tarantulas, and then turned out to be a female. But just because of the trouble I had with her, I put so much time and effort into looking after her. I was gutted that she molted at the day I went to work, and I knew it would happen, and I knew she'd get stuck, and she just happened to die. So I was gutted. So let me spruce this up. Let's do something. Give this one a little diamond or a beautiful little enclosure, and then we'll put this one in. So that's what I've done. As you can see, I've put some moss and everything in there. Water dish filled up at the front, but as with Agens, you know, they're bulldozers as well, just like the Grammostolas. They'll just pick all this dirt up, and that's why I've left the dirt there, and I've left this part open, because out of all of the space, I guarantee you this one will take the dirt out of here, make a bigger burrow, but it will stick the dirt right there, and then all around here. So suspected a few days later, turfed out all the substrate exactly where I said it would look. So I've done that, so it's got moisture there, so when this soaks up, because of the substrate going in, at least it can still get moisture. These are quite good. They don't really need a water dish, but it's always good to have one, as I did with one Fang Harry before. So this one I'm going to put in, and I think you'll agree that looks a lot better, and it gives it plenty of room. There we go. So as you can see, in here was a temporary one I put it in just because I did it the next day and I wanted it out of that little tub from being shipping, so I wanted to check it had moisture. So its abdomen's okay, but could do with a good feed. So I'll put it in and I'll probably feed it tomorrow. Might see if I can add that on at the end. But let's just see if we can get this little one straight in. As you can see, look at the coloration of it. Absolutely stunning. I love these. So this one is gonna be Harry 2.0. Don't think I could have called it any other name. It's got to be Harry 2.0. And then we'll see if that's a male or we'll see if it's a female. But there you go. I think it's about 6 to 7 centimeters, maybe a tiny bit more on the leg span. I wouldn't have a guess if this is a male or female because I've had quite a few of these now and they all start off like this, quite leggy. And as they start putting on, there's a slight difference with the thickness of them. But let's just see where this one goes and see if it goes into the hide. There we go, so we'll give it a little tap. Not too bothered with my hand. There we have it. You can see like it's peach or red hairs on the abdomen there. Really beautiful coloration, and these get very chunky. See if I can focus it towards the hide, but these are quite bold. Look, no, it wants to go where it wants to go. Oh, ran very fast. There we go, so at the back. And there we have it. I'll give the enclosure a little clean on the side, but there we go. So this is One Fang Harry's replacement, Harry 2.0. So hopefully this one I'll have a bit more luck with and I can actually get this one to adult size with no difficulties in the molting. But yeah, I'm very pleased and very happy to have this one back in my collection. There we go, so you can see it eating. Absolutely beautiful, massive Mario worm I've gave it, so it's settled in exactly where I want it to. I'm going to give it a little misting in a second just so the moss stays nice and moist, just to simulate its natural environment, and it's actually living exactly as I wanted it to. It looks really healthy and it is eating like a trooper at the minute. So there we go, it's all settled in.